And good morning, Guardians. I don't know if you can hear me too well. Up close to the controller yet. Um, uh, yeah. Fighting some allergies or cold, or I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't fucking care. Anyway, so it's Sunday! Yay! Technically, the way I see at the end of my, getting close to the end of my Destiny week, Monday, of course, is the last day of the season, supposedly. Uh, we get a full reveal sometime or something like that. I don't know what the deal is, or maybe I'm wrong here. Let's get my character up here. Alright. Oh, finally. Picking a nose is like being in love. You always know when you got the good one. Um, let's see. Season. We have 2 days and 1 hour. They count Monday and today, plus the hour. That means at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, they're going to reset us. So, now, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if that's because it's daylight savings time over the weekend or something. Somebody told me that we were getting rid of it finally. I'm in California, so I don't know. Sorry here. Oh, dude, I cannot fucking. Smell. I sound like I've been doing rails all night, don't I? Anyway, so today we are going to be going to the Leviathan. No, I am not going to be doing any reputation. I'm just going to go ahead and double check my gear, make sure I've got. Alright, so we are going to go to the tower first. I want to get my Wither Horde. Let's see. I have Tikus. I have. Okay, so this is me versus Scorn, me versus Cabal, me versus Fallen. I don't think we get many Fallen on the Leviathan anymore, actually. Well, actually, these are all versus Scorn. This is me getting Deep Sight Resonance. I'm stockpiling. This is me finding out for sure if this really works, but I'm going to get the Wither Horde instead. And I have my Battler. I have my Peace Bond and my Seventh Seraph Revolver. I have my Blast Bateau, my Ascendancy, and my Hero of Ages. These, what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 legendary weapons that I prefer to use. And I prefer to be in encounters that use those. And it's kind of the same thing I've done with Battle Operation. I've actually stopped just playing any mission that comes across the sortie counter. I've started to actually just go through the list of mobile suits that I do really well with and that I can improve because I have access, and I only play whenever those sorties show up. So as a result, I'm not playing as much Battle Operation as I used to, which of course slows down my character's military rank growth because I'm not gaining enough XP right away. Although if I'm winning matches versus losing matches, I get more XP if I win matches. So I guess it kind of levels out a little bit. And there's always the option for me to throw down about 50, $60 to buy a bunch of tokens and just, supply drop into the equipment and suits that I want. I've recently learned that that's what the whole drive towards the token sales are, is that you can actually get a suit that is beyond your current military rank, and obviously beyond your current DP costs. So, like DP and recycle tickets, they'll let you focus on a collection, on an item, but you got to have the military rank to actually access it. So right now, I think I'm a ensign. No, I'm a sergeant. I think I'm a sergeant or something. I can't remember. Oh God, sorry for the dead air, guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But this Destiny's been doing this to me for about the last week. It's like 1 out of 5 tower landings, I get a black screen. That just goes on forever and ever and ever until I switch characters. Alright, let's just do it. This is such BS. Sometimes I wonder if I'm being attacked, you know? Like if there's actually somebody who watches my account, and anytime I come on, they're like, that guy, fuck that guy. And then they fucking do some shenanigans behind. I don't know. Maybe I pissed off a developer or something, or an admin. I don't know if Destiny even has admins. With all the fucking cheating that goes on in their Crucible, I doubt they do. But we'll see what happens now. Damn it. Whew. So I know it's not YouTube, because if a YouTube admin saw this and wanted to flag it down, it would just say your connection, your broadcast has been stopped. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll get an email about a day or so later. By the way, we canned your broadcast because there were things in there that are suspiciously copywritten and all that kind of stuff. I had a video pulled down a while ago because I was playing on a kazoo.
Checking.
A couple of theme songs. Sorry. Fuck. I'm gonna go grab some antihistamines here in a minute. I'm gonna get through the postmaster. I'm gonna mute for the meantime.
Transfer. Check. All done, all done.
No. Okay, I can take a break. Sorry.
Good to have you back.
You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it. Always good to see another hero of the tower.
I accidentally left the menu before I could see how much far I had to go for the rank up. Okay. I don't know if I get vendor reputation if I do Trials of Osiris. I think I have to be doing Crucible itself. Nope, not gonna let me go. I'll be right back.
Guardians, the time has come to clean up the universe.
I'll get a team on it.
Monitoring all channels. Stay alert.
This is not the Crucible, but not every place can be perfect. Lost count of how many seasons have passed.
Security sync check-in. All positions clear.
They say the Cabal respect and fear you. I see why.
No disturbances to report.
I'll get a team on it.
Nothing salvageable. What a mess. function is to serve the Vanguard, how better than to guide Guardians? Red Jacks, this is R-Site 9940 of the Vanguard. Hold fast.
Okay. I think I beat it. Grab myself an antihistamine. I don't really like doing that because that shit makes me drowsy. Let's see. Alright, still collecting rice cakes. I'm not going to take these out to the rabbits until I got all of them. So that probably means more moon dusting. Oh wait, I got Rahuha. So I'm expecting that I'll come the new season, just like
What
with the
cipher
PSYOPs
is this?
weapons, that will be able to focus an engram at the helm to get a pattern. And I'm hoping that that'll be the case. So I'm keeping 2 engrams in my inventory at all times, even though technically I really don't fucking need to, because I'm going to earn them anyway. That's crap. Nope. Demolitionist has been a thing for me, but don't care anymore.
20 years.
Man, that's crap. And actually, no.
That can't be true.
You know, whatever. I mean, it's the same suit, right? Let's do it. No, whatever. Fuck it. I'm also thinking about not having the alternates anymore. Oh, cool, Titan. Wow, you look really pissed off at the world. How pissed off at the world are you? You know, for being a light bearer, you sure don't look very happy. I don't know. Am I happy? I don't know. I don't think so. Alright, we're going to go to the Vatican. And we're going to do a containment.
Well done.
Hopefully there'll be people there.
Glad someone's doing the hero thing way out there.
I'm at 1588 because I'm playing around with garbage. That's my choice to do that, though. Alright, so we're going to do Treasure Hunter. So we'll make sure we have the maximum number. Yeah, see, I don't need to worry about resources and treasure chests. I don't need the Wombo Combo Detector. I need the Treasure Hunter one. So I'm just looking for chests. We're hoping to get a key so that way. Might Ghost not have his light on? Yeah, he didn't have his little light on. Go in dark mode there again, Ghost? Well, be nice, man. Alright. Yes, my HUD is disabled. I did this on purpose. I don't know what that kid was doing. Alright, so chests are going to be in the pools or in the gardens. So we're just going to flip them back. Oh, well, no, don't be silly. Remember what you chose. You chose Castellum Containment because you wanted to do a mission. Now, we don't have a HUD, so I should probably put on my... I should probably put on the vibration. Gotcha. I'm thinking about coercing some of my clannies into going into a couple of light encounters in the raid so I can get some Steel the Conquest or whatever they're called, and get the Legend of Acrius. I actually kind of like this gun. Cerberus weapons are pretty damn cool, in the general speaking. You know? Now I'm running double energy weapons, so I don't know. Things might not be as fun as I want them to be. I have no idea if we're in a containment right now, and I don't see any action going on whatsoever. Oh, there are some people over there. Cool. There's gonna be way more Guardians than this. I know it's Sunday, but come on. I wonder if he's gonna do that. You want to be one of those that has to kill it all. Oh cool, there is one of the person here. I'm out of everything. Holy shit. And I'm dead. Damn, Raze is really pushing the ads today. I'm kind of bored with this. Yeah, don't judge. Fuck off. I do not like Empty Vessel. Let's see, this has got a waveform on it. Oh, wow, it's got a lot of perks in it, though. Grenades fire to this weapon emit a blast that staggers enemies. That is nice. Linear compensator. Okay. I don't know. It's got good stats, but I'm not familiar enough with it to play with it as a powder HUD. I'm in the air. There we go. That seems to be better. Oh, never mind. I'm like stuck. Don't like being stuck. Oh, I'm dead now. But I don't mind that. Ghosts are supposed to res me. So I don't know how old anybody is that's watching this. It doesn't really matter that much to me, except for the fact that I can remember that when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I used to get kind of twisted a little bit when I'd see people who had access, be it through time or finances or whatever, and they're able to do, things I wanted to do, like, skateboard in cool spots, or buy the latest role-playing game, or, go to a movie or something like that. And I would say that it wasn't so much jealousy as it was just raw enviousness. And I think that's just a natural state of being for the 20-something. But when I got to my mid-20s, it kind of all just went away. I've been kind of thinking about it lately because my last couple Vanguard operations that I was in, a few of them were kind of like, somebody was like hella fucking just aggroing on me all the fucking time, and like they would be circling around me constantly, blocking my line of fire, or trying to, push me into the line of fire. Oh, I got a pattern? Please, please, please. I like this gun.
What if
Yes.
I'm doomed
Excellent.
to repeat Aldrin's mistakes?
Doubt and shame would have you believe that. But it is a
Where are the
lie
swords
we
here?
tell ourselves when we are afraid of doing the hard work of change. Do not
True.
fear.
Easier said than done.
He's not wrong. Alright, now for the fun part. I don't have any radar up, so I don't know. That's red, okay. So now I know where these are, so I'm going to go ahead, and instead of checking the one across the way, since I don't see people jumping all over the place here, I'm going to presume that's also red. So that's going to be a no-go. Okay, so then we're going to swing across, catty corner. I don't know what's shooting at me. But yeah, so like there was they would either they would encircle me, there was like constant teabagging or emoting over me, and it's like I wasn't sure exactly what it was I did to piss them off. Did I kill a champion that they were trying to kill? Okay, there's one other spot I know, two other spots I know actually. I kind of run it at a zigzag. I'm gonna pick up that ammo because I'm gonna need it. There's one spot over here. It's kind of funny because it's like the last week of the season, you always figure out the best routine unless somebody fucking grinds the hours. And that's what I'm talking about. Persons with access, they have the time on their hands to do the research, and then they go and share it. And it's like, if I was a younger player, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, of course you have access. You've got all this stuff. You're practically, working for them for free. Oh, no, really? Huh. I must have missed it, or there wasn't one? That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, I guess I have to put the HUD back up, because the whole point of being here is to farm for chests. And if I can't find the chests... Well, I am at the Castellum, so there won't be anything here except for the containment chests. Oh, well, that's kind of sad. I mean, I thought there'd be a key here. Huh. I guess I failed. Whoopsie. Yeah, nobody opened any of these doors. Alright, well, let's, oh, sorry. Thank you. I like this scout rifle. I'm pretty sure this scout rifle, once I craft it, it will actually replace my Night Watch. It depends. I don't know what the perks are on this rifle. I have to go research that. Yeah, and if I could, yeah, this is a good rifle. I mean, I am in PvP. I am in...
Harvester stirs, hungering for the pain of what was lost.
Yeah, we definitely lost the test on this one. Alright, so the key here now is I'm going to go ahead and put back on the HUD. Let's do very low. No, I don't like all that extra flash and bang. Excuse me. Oops. Oops, this time. Oh, I hate the fucking scorn. You gotta treat it like a. I remember, what was it? God, I can't remember. Everybody's favorite rocket launcher from ages ago. It got sunsetted. I don't even think you can pull it out now because it came with random rolls. No, it was the Pinnacle one.
My Leviathan will not so easily bend to your will.
No, I don't think so. Go lick my sack. Grow fat off of my baby matter. Oh, by the way, did I remind you this is not a channel for kids? It's adult stuff here. So anyway, yeah, being envious. So I know and I recognize within myself that there were periods in my life where I was not necessarily jealous, but I don't know if jealousy and enviousness is that dissimilar. But yeah, and I felt like, you know, how the fuck did they deserve to have that? Because to my eyes, it didn't look like there was any earning of it. It didn't look like they actually, you know, deserved it. And that's kind of weird, huh? But it made me start thinking about it because, like I said a couple days ago, over the last couple days during Vanguard operations to get to the final seasonal ranking so I could get the ornament for the machine gun, I ran across a couple of individuals that were just like encircling me constantly. And, I mean, in one instance, I was running around with the Skyburner's Ode, but we were doing the Nightfall. And if you're doing the Nightfall this week, which is the Proving Grounds, why wouldn't you have a Skyburner's Ode? I mean, you know, it's like, come on, dude, basic. It's kind of like when you're doing Gambit, why wouldn't you have Wither Horde and Malfeasance? You know, they're Taken killers. In fact, I think the Wither Horde was put in the game because some people just couldn't get the Malfeasance. They don't have the network of friends to help them with missions, or they just didn't have, you know, that amount of time to commit. And see, that's the thing that I'm talking about, is that Destiny is very, very permissive. I don't want it enabling. It's not. It does not create entitlement, but I think it does in a kind of an adjacent activity way. You know, it's kind of like the economies that are involved in the game's mechanics kind of produce this false sense of entitlement, but you're not realizing that you've got to put the effort in to actually, you know, get the things you want out of it, and that if you don't put that effort in, if you're not going to commit to a grind of some kind, you really don't have any room to bitch about whether or not you have this piece of gear or access to this particular type of resource. And it's the same in real world, you know. So like I said, sometime around my mid-20s, that kind of all evaporated. Coincidentally enough, it's also when I met and married my best friend. And I'm wondering if it was because
it is time. Light and dark align,
I don't know if it was
turning
because I was
into
starting a family. I realized the time for my own
terror.
personal ego
Seize that power and
is
become a
time
reaper
to
of
retire
nightmares.
the crutch of narcissism, or if it was because I got rid of those ideas, you know, I just kind of grew out of those ideas, that I was able to, funny, I was able to, I think I'd already got the heavy ammo. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. That I was able to recognize the value of somebody else's happiness.
They
That's a
rise
deep thought right
screaming,
there, but hey, you know, this is
and they
what
will
this
fall
is
the
what these little
same.
journals are all about. It's all about the reflective nature of gaming, because it is. You know, gaming is a way for you to reflect on what you do when you're not gaming. Give me a minute, please. not saying that I became a philanthropist or that I believe in altruism. I don't think altruism is really, I think it's an idea. It's an ideal. It's something you base your actions against. Okay. Well, you're running at me, babe. It's altruism is like a dream. Okay. You want to dream because the dream gives you access to the potentials, the possibilities of your actions, and what you can do to aspire to a dream. Dreams are something you pursue, and not ever in the expectation you're going to obtain them. Dreams are the ideal that you constantly grow towards. There's never an end game when it comes to dreams, because there's always being a layer added to it. There's always going to be a little bit more of a bar to reach up to, and that's the point of dreams. Just like things like concepts like altruism, you can't really ever say you're altruistic or you can be a philanthropist, but philanthropy does not imply that you're doing it out of the kindness of your own heart. You're doing it because it provides you with something, even if it is just a quiet moment of reflective satisfaction. You're getting something out of your actions, and you're doing what you're doing because you like what you get out of your actions. So true altruism or philanthropic altruism is kind of like this dream. It's a state that you can achieve or you can aspire to. So yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out where to go with this, because I know it's all tied together in my brain, because that's why I'm thinking about all of it. Because our minds are that way, our brains are that way. It's difficult to sometimes explain or articulate it, because I don't have the decades of university and lab experience in field work to back up and to form a reference. So this is all very armchair, so you have to be aware of that. It's not necessarily an opinion. I am expressing things that I've learned through my own experiences, through my own research, but at the same time trying to understand what I am and who I am. But at the same time, I'm recognizing that I don't know enough. I don't know enough to make it clear. So floundering through these reflective journals is kind of the reason why I do it. And you happen to stumble across this, so if you don't really want to take a peek inside the brain of a gamer while they're gaming, then yeah, you're welcome to not watch anymore. But I do thank you for stopping by, and I do thank you for giving a couple minutes or a couple seconds to the idea. But that's it. I'm not trying to
New nightmare rises, but do not fear.
I'm
Destroy it as you have the others.
You could say it's digital graffiti. I'm putting a message out there, and if you agree with it or if it inspires you to find your own path, then I feel as though there's value in that. But if not, then, at least it's chatter in the background, to kind of fill in the voids of quiet that might be existing in your current world. Because sometimes I do that too. I'll put on a podcast or a YouTube channel, a long form essay on YouTube, and I won't even really be listening to it so much as that it's human sounds in an otherwise quiet environment when I'm working, because I miss that. I loved that when I was in college, working in the art classes at the college level. There was always a low undertone kind of chatter in the background, and it was that human presence is so inspiring. And it's not that it inspires me to do better or to do greater because I feel I need to compete or show off. It brings a sense of relevancy to what I'm doing. And I think that's what the power of social gaming really is that there's a community around it. And like I said, these last couple of days with the Vanguard grind that I was doing, I saw the very worst of our community. And it made me think, God, was I ever that selfish? Was I ever that entitled? Was I ever that envious? And what the fuck do they have to be envious of me for? Because I'm nothing special. I'm not walking around with, God-tier titles or triumphs and shit like that. You know, I mean, the armor I have is because I played, you know, the activities I played. I found out that Iron Banner and Gambit and Trials of Osiris, not really Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner and Gambit tend to drop really good pieces of gear for me, you know, weapons and armor. And so yeah, I mean, I wasn't even floating around with my peace bond. I was doing them, yeah, because we were doing champions. So I did have my peace bond. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe they got pissed off at the fact that I had this. I mean, it doesn't help me be a better shot, but it sure as fucking, you know, doesn't hold me back either. So I don't know. Or maybe I was just maybe I was in their way and not realizing it. Maybe I was killing the champions or studying the champions and they were trying to get the triumph for that. Because I know there's a triumph for it. Because I thought about chasing it myself. But it's only to get Bright Dust. I didn't care about the title. I want to do that. Oh, that's what I was going to do today. I was going to put my invulnerable finisher on. Because I wanted to make sure that I was protected while I was doing the art thingy next season, because that's going to force me to get up close and very personal. And yeah, and I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do, because they say that the blind effect isn't going to be a darkening of the screen; it's going to be a brightening of the screen. So you're going to have this white flare on your screen. I'm like really concerned about that, because even like right now, all of this strobing is starting to give me a bit of a headache. And it always actually has. But I noticed it's like, I think it's just, yeah. Okay. Cool, dude. Alright. There we go. Oh, I don't want to die here. Thank you. Whew. Oh.
Has the Vanguard considered weaponizing the Pyramid's technology? Turning the Pyramid against the Witness? Is that even possible?
Nothing is without possibility. We must all exercise caution when dealing with paracausal forces, but I admit, the idea has merit.
That doesn't sound like a no. I was expecting to be scolded.
Then you have much to learn about me.
Teach me, senpai. Sorry, I knew a person like Eris in school. Everybody wanted to be her friend because she was the consummate edgelord. Okay, so apparently red dots don't mean accessible. Red dots just mean that. Red dots. Okay, so then the next one's going to be up here. But she and I used to sit and have conversations about the cosmos and the universe and human existence and all kinds of fun stuff. I would have to say she was a late era beatnik. Very much beatnik. I wouldn't say she was a friend, really a classmate, but all the same, you know, still we had some really fun things to talk about. All right, we got all this done here. A Galu with no distractions. I'm also, I don't know if I should even bother. Nah, I need the shards. The shards are worth it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pop that out. I don't want that or that. I think we're gonna make a trip to the tower. When I get up here. Nope. You know, I deleted that. Yeah, I thought about keeping that, but then I decided I didn't want it. Where were we? We're in leveling, right? Yeah, this is what I was doing. Oh, give me a second.
the nightmares awaken, and so you become an eater of fear.
Did you think it would be that simple?
It's always simple. We're the ones that complicate it. Alright, double checking, making sure I didn't pick up the key and ignored it. One time I was running around looking for a key. I spent almost a half an hour, and I had a key still, so. Yeah. Playing without a HUD is kind of fun. It's less distracting. I think if I'm going to do Crucible, I'm going to play without a HUD. That would be interesting.
Please watch your step.
I'm looking for our chest. Just going to make a pass through this space.
Excuse me, Guardian.
Okay, there's one up there. Oh shit, it's already been opened. I was afraid of this. Nothing. I don't care. I don't have any bounties, so I'm not shooting anything to like gain anything. I'm just shooting shit that's in my way or causing problems for me otherwise. Wow, this is... Wow, I've never been down here this long and not have had something show up. Huh. Fuck. Well... You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to the tower. Go drop this stuff off. I could use the app, but I figured the tower would be kind of fun. Because I think I have... Yeah, I've got another engram up here. So, yeah. Now, I did get some weapon patterns from Dares to Eternity, so... I'm wondering if there's a possibility that they'll move all the patterns to that event. I have to read the TWAB. I haven't read the TWAB. I should probably go find the TWAB and look it over. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be pretty much the whole of my day. The summary, and I think I'm going to start putting those in as timestamps when I edit these. I'm not editing these videos. I'm leaving them raw, or I'm just taking them down. But I think I am going to start going back through some of my older videos that are more than a half an hour, and more than 15 minutes really, and do the timestamps where I talk about those relevant points that I wanted to make instead of all the prattle that goes on around it like I'm doing right now. So, the summary here, because we're coming up on an hour, is recognizing a sense of enviousness, or jealousy in you, in yourself. Checking, not necessarily checking your privilege or your entitlement, but just checking in on your sense of narcissism. Because everybody has to have a sense of ego. Everybody has to have a sense of self-preservation, self-satisfaction, and recognizing that there is no such thing as doing something out of the kindness of your heart, because you're still getting kindness back. You're still getting some satisfaction out of it. Whether it's quantifiable or not, you're doing it for reasons. There's always a reason why you're doing something. Nobody says just because. Most people who say just because are being ironic or sarcastic. Like, for instance, I'm going to go play Trials because reasons, not being ironic. The reason why I'm playing Trials is I want to try to get engrams so I can get shards, and it's a really quick and easy way for me to get engrams. So yeah, checking in on yourself and recognizing when you're being grossly narcissistic, to the point of sociopathy. And then, if you feel a little jealousy towards someone, try to identify why that is. What is it that they can do that you're not able to do, and how would you be able to get there without stepping over somebody else's back? Because that's the big thing, It's just like we all want to get to where we want to be. We all believe that there's a dream that we need to fulfill, and that we feel worthless when we don't. But the truth is that dreams really are just
a transaction to make, Guardian?
Like, I don't, it's like, I dream of flying under my own power, okay? And I have dreams where I can fly under my own power, like Superman. That's a dream to pursue, to aspire to. How can I get that feeling of flight, though, under my own power, without the use of drugs or machinery? Well, some people do it by, exercising. Some people do it by challenging themselves in competitive activities. Some people do it by creating artwork or music, which is still artwork. Some people do it by just sitting there and being an ear and a shoulder for a person to support them. You're still getting something out of it. You're getting that sense of elation, of freedom, of flying, is the metaphor. But you're doing something nice for somebody else while you're doing that. That's what the dream is. That's what you're aspiring to. You're never going to fulfill that dream, because then what's the point of having the dream if you ever fulfill it? You see what I'm saying? It's like perfection. You will never have perfection in your world, but you can aspire towards those ideas. You can aspire towards those actions, because it brings you that close. Because once you reach perfection, what else is there to go for? It's like Destiny. Destiny has no end game. You have YouTube and creators, and you have game designers and developers and people representing the community talking about end game material. This is not end game viable. This is end game viable. You want this for the end game. Don't use this in your end game. It'll be good for when you get there. What's the end game in Destiny? As long as they keep adding content to Destiny, as long as they keep expanding the loot tables and changing them, there is no end game. As long as this number here keeps growing every season, there's no end game. Okay? Final Fantasy VII had an end game. The final chapter. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past had an end game. Pac-Man doesn't have an end game because there's no upper limit to the levels. They just get harder and harder and harder. Okay? Dig Dug the same way. Asteroids the same way. Space Invaders the same way. Missile Command is an end game because there's just no way you're going to win. It's like the Kobayashi Maru. You can only reach the end game if you cheat, which is what Kirk did in the canon of Star Trek. He cheated. He made it so that he could rescue the crew of the Kobayashi Maru, that he could defeat the Klingons, that his crew and his ship was not, destroyed and blasted out of the stars. Because the Kobayashi Maru was a test of how you perform under a losing scenario. You are going to lose. What do you do? How do you deal with it? How do you face ultimate fear ultimate failure, the true end game. And even then, philosophers, theologians, and even casual artists don't really think there's an end game to life. So you can't lose or win at life. You can't cheat at life. There are no rules for life. There are just permissions and restrictions, but there are not rules. So there's no, there's no winning or losing there. But in Destiny, there is no end game, but you can lose an end game. And what is loss? What is losing an end games? Like I mentioned in a previous video, extra credits, go out to their channel. They just dropped a new one on their game aspect that talked about how to avoid tilt. And it brought me up to the whole idea of, like I said, this all coming together here, is that I used to tilt quite a bit in my late teens and early 20s because I felt like I was in competition with people around me. And when I realized that they're just as much in competition with me as I am with them, and that's not getting us anywhere fast, let it go and just do the mission, do the task. Complete your task, and then move on to the next one. But keep your dream and your goals, as ideas that you're never going to fully achieve because you kind of don't want to. I want to be a really, really good, solid artist. I want to write poetry and prose that inspire people and move them emotionally or open their minds to new ideas and thoughts, and not necessarily change people's minds, but just get them to be open to the fact that theirs is not the only perspective in the world. That's always been my goal as an artist. All right? It's always been my goal as a gamer, too. Everything I do, it's been one of my ideals. It's been one of my dreams. Open people up to the idea that theirs is not the one and only truth. And it's challenging, and it's difficult, and it's unpopular because it undermines people's concepts of power. And that's all it comes down to. When you tilt, you feel powerless. It's because you feel out of control, like you don't have a say in what's happening. In a game state, you do. There's a thing called the off button. There's a thing called casual play. Destiny provides you with all those different layers that you can engage in. I don't have to go into Trials of Osiris. I don't have to... this guy's eating popcorn. I don't know if you can hear me or not. You don't have to go to Iron Banner. You choose to do those things because you want what comes out of them. But is it really something that's worth it? I mean, I earned this peace bond in the first season that it was released. I can't remember how long ago that was. I've had that gun that long. But, I've only got 1,000 kills in Vanguard and 400 in Crucible. Because I don't use it all the time. What about this one? No, not that much. None of my guns have a lot of fucking final kills on them because, first of all, a lot of times I rotate out of them. I find something that works a little better. Is this Peace Bond my dream gun? No, not really. But it does provide me with a fuck ton of options and engagement levels.
This is okay.
And that's what Destiny does. Is Destiny my dream game? No, it's not. But it provides me with enough opportunity to engage and entertain that it keeps me coming back that way. Do I agree with all the things that they do? No, I think ammo should be on a cooldown and not on a brick. I think that power levels should be on the character, and there should be a cap, which is the end game. I don't think armor and weapons should carry your power level. I think you should be able to swap your armor from character class to character class, just like you can in almost every other MMO. Maybe keep exotics bespoke. That's fine. But then if you're going to have bespoke exotic armor, then you should have... Oh, well, they do have bespoke exotic weapons. The glaives and the swords right now. Bespoke ghosts can only be used by a hunter, can only be used by a warlock. Otherwise, let it all be interchangeable between all your characters. Because the only reason why I play 3 hunters is because I don't want to have to farm for 3 different sets of armor. I want to engage in the game and I want to play. I don't want to be farming and grinding. I want to binge. I want to play. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap me up on this. I'm going to try to timestamp it so that you guys can just get to the meat of this whole video. I hope I made some sense. That would be a dream. I don't think I'll ever make sense, but it's something to aspire to, right? Thanks for stopping by. Have a great week.